What's going on, everybody? This is Jackson Fuller, and this is the StarNewsVarsity Weekly Rundown, where I take you through what happened in the previous week of high school sports and take a quick look at what's coming down the road as far as our local teams are concerned. Let's start in lacrosse, where we've got 3 guys and 2 girls teams still alive in the NCHSAA playoffs. Hoggard hosting Broughton in the second round of the 4A playoffs on Tuesday. Topsail will host Orange in the second round of the 1A, 2A, 3A playoffs on Tuesday, and New Hanover will be at J.H. Rose that same day in the second round. All 3 of those teams have some, high aspirations for this season, but no game left on the schedule. There's going to be a cupcake. It's going to be a battle the rest of the way if they want to make a deep run into the playoffs. On the girls' side, you got Hoggard girls who will be hosting Apex, and the Topsail girls will be at East Chapel Hill. Real tough ask for the Pirates to go to East Chapel Hill and get a win, but they've had such an incredible season so far. I don't want to underestimate them at all. And the Vikings hosting Apex, that's a game that I think they'll feel like they should be able to win. And Hoggard wants to keep the momentum rolling and hopefully set up a meeting with Cardinal Gibbons later down the road. Also in the NCHSA playoffs right now is boys tennis. You got New Hanover will be hosting D.H. Conley in the 3A classification, and Hoggard will be hosting Broughton in the 4A classification, if that sounds familiar. Broughton's the team that'll be playing Hoggard in the lacrosse playoffs on Tuesday. New Hanover's wanted a state championship all year. That's been their main focus for a dual-team state title. They want to take another step on Tuesday. The Vikings have had a great season. I don't think they have necessarily the firepower top to bottom to win a state championship this year, but they can absolutely make a deep run and beat Broughton on Tuesday. So good luck to both of those teams competing on Tuesday. And New Hanover, they will have 4 players try and go win a state championship next weekend in the 3A doubles tournament. Griffith Warren and Wesley Gaines, who are the defending state champions, won the 3A East Regional this past weekend, and they'll look to defend their state title on this coming weekend. And the Wildcats also have Alan Dimmick and Holland Baynard, who took 3rd place at the 3A East Regional, and they'll join Gaines and Warren at the state championship tournament. Otherwise, we had a big week for softball in the MEC this past week. Topsail won the conference championship outright thanks to Laney upsetting West Brunswick on Tuesday. Once that happened, it was all in front of Topsail. They had 2 games left on the schedule. They won them both. Finished 12-2 in the league. Their first Mid-Eastern Conference title since 2016. A great squad Eric Phillips has over there in Hampstead, and now they're going to be a really high seed in the NCHSA playoffs and hope to make a deep run there. So will West Brunswick. I think the Trojans might be a little disappointed with how this season's turned out with all the experience and talent they brought back. But, the MEC was a tough league. They went 11-3, and now their ultimate goal of the state championship is, of course, still on the table. Baseball, the Laney baseball team won the 4A auto berth, so they will be the top seed from among the 3 4A teams from the Mid-Eastern Conference. And then who else is going to get into the NCHSA playoffs? It's a big question mark that I have looking at these playoff brackets that are going to be released Monday. By my estimation, I think you got 5 teams that are locks to make the playoffs. That's Laney and Ashley in the 4A, and then in the 3A, New Hanover, South Brunswick, and West Brunswick. Now, Topsail and Hoggard are both have a chance, depending on how the adjusted max prep rankings come out. And, I think they both could get in as one of the really lower seeds, but they both could get in. We could absolutely have a Topsail New Hanover game in round 1. Just depends on how the seeding falls and everything. And North Brunswick, I think, is definitely on the outside looking in. Of course, there's a chance, but it's going to be really tough looking at where they were in the adjusted max preps rankings the week prior. And girls soccer, not much happened this week. Laney got a nice win over Ashley to really cement themselves as the second best team in the Mid-Eastern Conference behind Hoggard. The Vikings, another unbeaten year in the MEC. They've won 20 straight games. They're on an absolute tear. Serious state championship contenders. They could be the number 1 overall seed in the 4A. And it'll be interesting to see how far Hoggard and Laney can go in the upcoming NCHSA playoffs. And I think a meeting between those teams would be absolutely electric and fun to cover from my perspective. So rooting for those 2 teams to meet up again down the road. That's it, guys. The playoff brackets are going to get released Monday. We'll have a story online and in print on Tuesday. and everything gets rolling Tuesday. It's going to be a really busy couple of weeks with the Star News. We have that. We're preparing for our Star News Varsity banquet. Follow along, as always, at StarNewsVarsity on Twitter, Facebook.com/StarNewsVarsity. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been a long video. We had a lot going on, but I hope everyone enjoys their Monday. I'm having a fantastic Monday so far, or Sunday, excuse me. I'm having a fantastic Sunday so far. My beloved Chelsea soccer team got a big win this morning, and Game of Thrones coming tonight after watching the Wells Fargo Championship. So going to be a wonderful Sunday. Hope everyone enjoys the weekend, and we'll see how these local teams do in the playoffs. I think we definitely have 3 or 4 teams that could seriously win a state championship this year. So should be a fun May coming up. Have a good one, everybody.